Hello there, this is Finn Fournier, Benevolent Sidecore. I'm going to play another round of Tower Tech game, of which the main question is, how many hours will this last? No, well, I guess for anyone watching it'll be simple enough to see it's however long it actually takes, but when you actually play a game it's like, will this be only a couple waves, or will it be 10,000? Of course, like I've only gotten up to a few hundred at once, but it's all sort of random after a point. I mean, I'm sure there's actual strategies, but yeah, I don't know. To me it seems more based on what you can afford at the right times and what you manage to do and where everything shows up. So it's all kind of like chaotic with a little bit of choice atop. I like the game and it's a cool style. I loved it, like early to mid 80s style. But yeah, when I'm trying to make like gameplay videos, it is difficult to know how long the game will actually last. So that's a little bit of a thing that makes it less of a thing for me. Like, you know, like, well, I like the game still. I just wish I knew how long it would take to win it. Or, well, to get to the end. Winning isn't really a thing. It's just a play until you lose type thing, which is pretty much like the 80s style of games. Like the ones like in Pixels, Adam Sandler's character talking about how much he liked those, and it's cool. You get to see how well you do, and sometimes there's a scoreboard. Like at arcades there used to be scoreboards. But yeah, for if you're trying to make content though, it's like, how long will this take? But yeah, I do know at the end screen there's a thing about following on the Steam page. I haven't done that yet. Maybe I should see if there's actually the campaign thing yet to do and see if I actually can do that well enough to actually bother. I probably can. This is a game I've spent I don't know how many hours on, but like a whole ton. Either way, yeah, that's, yeah, whatever. At this point though, I just I would like to be able to make my YouTube channel actually get off the ground at some point. And I get no views on anything though, so that's always fun. I had been getting up to a few thousand views a day, and then it suddenly dropped off to 0. So that was lovely. Super lovely. In quotation marks, that is. Ah well. Onward to the joy of waiting for them to figure about letting me not be silenced again. I mean, I don't even care about voting, but I know it's going to be another stupid election year. And everyone thinks they're dropping a bucket matters when it's just whoever those in power want to be in power will be in power. Yay, not. And of course, everyone's so bandwagon minded, they just love silencing anyone that they disagree with and have been taught to hate. So it's like, oh, looks like the powers that be are on our side, silencing anyone that they think might be a Republican, which is actually the bad guys from World War III somehow. Even though, like, those that they're calling far right are opposed to eugenics, while the ones that are on the left demanding the silencing of those that they call the bad guys are the ones who support eugenics. And it's like, excuse me, what? But, oh well. There's no point in any of it, though. It's all just another source of futility, I think. It's just wasted time and a whole bunch of random contrived hatred. Or it's like, you must silence the opposition. Change the demographics by making it so those that they don't like can't speak. Or the lovely thing of freedom of reach doesn't entail freedom of speech. It's like, no, that it does. Are they saying something that's actually criminal, or do you just hate them? And right now you're currently allowed to silence them. And so you think you're getting away with it, whereas you're actually making for another Nuremberg trial for yourself. And you think it's perfectly fine just because you aren't facing consequences yet. But you will. Legal ones. Because there's no way that you can go about stomping on the natural rights of hundreds of millions of people at the very least, if not billions, and get away with it. Now, you might encourage things that are wrong, and it's wrong to encourage things that are wrong. And it's, don't do that. But, you're going to face legal consequences at some point for the actions of silencing those that you perceive as wrong thinkers according to your own political religions. And I do mean political religions. Because that's how everyone behaves about everything, is there's hyper-religious over everything. Everything. Especially those that are, hating of Christians. They replace Christianity with politics. Pretty much. And it's like all so much talk of love and tolerance, and all you do is promote intolerance of anything that you aren't programmed to like for the moment, and then you're programmed to hate anything that's expedient for those in power. And it's like, what kind of joke is this? And why do I have to be a part of those that you discriminate against? Like, seriously, how is this legal even for the moment? And yet, as long as it's legal, those that are lawful evil commit evil in a lawful manner, right? And that's all that matters to them, is they're not immediately dealt with by courts and facing consequences yet. And it's not gonna go that way for too many years long, I do not believe, because you can't just get away with this stuff forever. You can only step on everyone for so long until you get class action lawsuits, you get discrimination cases like religious discrimination, and even if your religious philosophies are atheism or atheopathism or whatever the heck it is, that's still religious discrimination. Even if you pretend you don't have a religion, you still have religious views. And if you're going to be discriminating against others for their religious views, that is religious discrimination. And it only is acceptable for now because you pretend it's okay to stomp on those that you hate. And I do mean that. You do hate those that you've been programmed to hate. It's part of your political religion. And it's one of the more annoying parts, that's for sure. But it's popular, it's acceptable, it's socially acceptable. And so you get away with it for the moment. And you think you're going to get away with it forever. And yet you're going to go to whatever the next form of Nuremberg is, and you're going to face judges who will rightfully see you as being like the guys that you demonize, those of, like, not even far right, just slightly right of center, as that you treat everyone as evil, and while you actually act as the evil that you claim to hate. And it's like, it's amazing that all these Silicon Valley technocrats and the rest of the mega corporations owned by the far left are able to get away with this. But that is a problem, though, with the other side of political religions, economic Darwinism. That is a problem as well, because it's like pretending corporations are free to get away with anything has opened a door to tyranny. That's part of the problem, because it's like they shouldn't be free to silence those that they hate either, and using professionalism or anything else as an excuse doesn't legitimize their violation of natural rights. Even if you want to pretend there's no such thing as natural rights, it's like Yeah, there are. And you pretend that you're free to step on them just because you're in power. And that's gonna make you into King George, pretty much. So, yeah. Try to take away everyone's rights. That makes you the villain. You know, there's gotta be a are we the baddies type moment in your mind some point, you know? And if not, it's like, how deluded are you? Well, you call everyone that you hate delusional, but it's like, seriously, what the heck? When you're trampling on everyone's natural rights just to protect your particular political religions and political bandwagons from any semblance of criticism, or, you know, anyone wanting their own particular bandwagon leader to do well, because your media has convinced everyone that they're the reincarnation of Nero Caesar or whatever else. It's like, how on earth is this even a thing, you know? And I don't care about politics. There's no point in voting because they're all Democrats anyway. It's like you have gun grabbers and euthanasia proponents on both sides, but like of the constituents that would vote for the idiots, you know, all career politicians are kind of crap, but it's like, you know, whether it's Hillary's friend or Hillary herself, they're all garbage. But yeah, I don't know. Either way, I'm tired of it all. I hate that it's another stupid election year next year, and they're already beginning the silencing of those that they dislike. That's so much fun when you're... Yeah, they probably see I have Christian listed, and it's like, oh, you must be one of the villains we're allowed to hate. It's like something like that, probably. Like, give me a break. Please. What the heck? Well, I think this will be it. Oh my word, maybe not. Okay. Yeah, let's get another path node. I don't like the number 6. Whoop-de-doo, though, right. Okay. Onward to more of this until it's over. And let's get as much of this as we can. Little annoying thing here. Here's hoping those are gone by then, otherwise I guess it's game over, man, game over. Okay, armor piercing probably is getting to be a good idea at this point. Yay. Okay. Well, here's hoping those are gone by then. Otherwise, I guess I can upload this faster. Oh well. One ship left. How nice. I guess 2 ships, fine. Time for this to be over. I'm so tired of it. It's just another pointless thing. And it's like I'm not even getting views, and they'll probably have their censor bots read through what I say and be like, oh, you're saying wrong thing. We disagree with you, so we're free to silence you. It's like, may God deal with all those control freaks. And may the class action lawsuits be brought forward sooner. And may their subversion of free speech be undone before even the election. I don't care which Democrat wins. It's all worthless. It's all pointless. But I'd like to be able to buy food. So yeah, it would be nice to not be silenced. So may God bless anyone that decides to reverse their evil decisions. And may my channel succeed and the oligarchs fail in their annoying things. Anyway, take care everyone and try not to go crazy.